Hey, my name's Nick. Today we're going to look at another common cue you hear in yoga classes. When I started doing yoga, I heard this a lot. Don't let your knee bend past your ankle. And when I went to yoga teacher training, they told me it was important for the safety of the knees. And so when I started teaching yoga teacher trainings, this is something I passed on to my students. And I hope at least a few of my former teachers and students get to see this because I've come to completely reject this cue as nonsense. If bending the knee past the ankle was dangerous, it should be applied equally to all poses, not just the Warrior Two poses and lunges and such. And that's not usually the case. I mean, look at Utkatasana, Malasana. I don't think anyone has ever told me to keep my knees over my ankles in a squat or in a chair pose. In fact, it would be impossible. Go ahead and try. Your knees come past your ankles. So here's what I think. Somewhere along the way, a yoga teacher had a student whose knees shifted medially relative to the ankle. And this is something to try and correct. So seeing this, the yoga teacher probably told the student, go ahead and keep the knee over the ankle. And through generations of yoga teachers memorizing cues without really understanding them, keep the knee over the ankle to prevent medially shifting became never, for the love of God, let the knee go past the ankle in warrior poses. So, where does that leave us? Now, I'm not usually worried if I see the knee go past the ankle, so long as it's tracking in the direction of the second toe and not buckling medially. There aren't many studies looking at Warrior Two poses. The only studies I can find kind of relative to this topic deal with whether or not the knees should go past the toes when doing squats. That's past the toes, not the ankles. And if you're curious, the consensus is that squatting with the knees past the toes is fine if you maintain good alignment. Anyway, that's why I'm done with this cue. Keep your knees bending in the direction of your toes, but don't worry about trying to keep the knees over the ankles. Forget about it. All right, till next time.